Welcome to the best damn MMA podcast you've never heard of, the Name MMA Show. My name is Motivated Andy. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Sunday afternoon in North Carolina. We're going to be joined by Dana Krabs in a second. We're going to be breaking down UFC 267, talking about that crazy fucking ref, as well as, Glover Teixeira. The dude. Glover Teixeira. My God. To say that I'm on everybody's level, like super surprised, no. I think Glover wasn't getting more respect. Not saying that he deserved a lot. But he did earn the title shot. We gotta be, realistic about it. And then Khamzat Chimaev. We gotta talk about that dude. Holy fuck. Khamzat Chimaev has like 254 to 2 strikes through 4 fights. Control time on par with Cain Velasquez. Also, we gotta talk about it being only 4 fights, but still. We'll be going into that as well. As well as talking about the ref, Petr Yan being amazing. If we have time, we'll be getting into PFL, but we have so much stuff to get into. We'll just be waiting on Dana Krabs. I think he's just on. We're doing it. Accept. Dana Krabs, tell me.
Yo.
And we're joined by Dana Krabs.
My camera is kind of messed up right now, so I'm just
You're good.
I'm not even going to bother with it.
Don't even worry about it. We are just dying to hear your opinions. We have tons of shit to talk about, but go ahead. What do you want to start off with?
Oh my goodness. Well, I was a little late to the card yesterday because I slept in till like 1. So, yeah, I woke up early and then I ended up falling back asleep, and yeah.
That's fair.
I woke up, I think I don't know, I caught like the last 3 fights on the prelims, really good fights, but the main card is really what I want to talk about.
Go for it.
We could spend the whole time talking about that alone. That's all I'm fucking thinking about.
Honestly, I'm not even fronting. I don't give a fuck what anybody tells me. I have legit been like tearing up all day looking at the feed, just of nothing but adoration and respect to Glover Teixeira. Bro,
Dude,
Glover Teixeira, second oldest person to get a UFC title bet. Second to Randy Couture, and third place is DC. Fucking 20 years.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Such a G, bro. Such a G.
Yeah. I came into it with a healthy respect of John. I thought that John was probably going to win. I didn't think that Glover was. I just didn't buy into the whole like John is going to murder this dude. I thought it was going to be, a little bit more back and forth-ish. I think the people that were like second round KO Glover has proven nothing but being durable. Like, that motherfucker is a legitimate punching bag.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't think he was going to get done like that. But Glover, it was one-sided. Like,
yeah, it was.
I didn't see really anywhere where I was like concerned. I think John landed one good punch, but other than that, I wasn't too like, I don't know, like Glover is in danger here, which is crazy.
Yeah, it really is crazy. And if you go into like all the MMA math going on in like the light heavyweight division right now,
yeah,
it's such like a chaotic division. And it's about to get even more chaotic because Yuri Prohaska is probably going to be fighting Glover next.
Oh my God.
And oh my goodness, man. And I want to say that Yuri's just going to come in there and steamroll him. Like, I feel inclined to say that, but I'm kind of done sleeping on Glover at this point. Because, I mean,
He's like the light heavyweight Derek Brunson.
like, what the fuck is happening right now, man?
No, bro. They just love being underdogs all the way up until they're like, all right, we're not going to deny him anymore. We're going to give him proper like credit. And then, I mean, John Blachowicz,
Yeah.
this was his first fight or second fight that he was favorite. So it was one of those things. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe it was John giving him too much respect leading up to the fight. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Glover's he was the better man. That's really what it is. It's,
yeah.
Shit. Crazy. I did not expect that at all.
I didn't expect it to be anywhere like that. I thought if Glover wins, it'll be on the ground. I don't know when. I don't know where. I thought if he wins, which I got it. I had it more like 65-35, something like that. Like it was probably going to be him, but I don't know. Blachowicz just couldn't pull the trigger. Something was off. His neck was weird. Like the choke didn't, to me, seem like it was actually under the chin. It seemed like something was just off. But he did have Glover all over him.
He had him dead to rights. He knew.
Yeah.
You know, he knew in that moment it was over. And
mm-hmm.
I guess he saved some extra neck pain. I don't know. He saved himself from that. He tapped quick. He tapped in a second.
Oh, actually. Yeah, no. That's what made it kind of just not sus, but just like, I wonder what happened to him. Like, it was just so quick that maybe he was just out of air whenever he turned and then he got flattened and that led to it. Or I have no idea. But I don't know. Blachowicz, though, all class in defeat.
Of course.
I can't speak enough to that. I think that's the one thing that MMA fans in general can agree on. One thing is if you take an L and you move on, that's bygones be bygones. We move the fuck on.
Yeah, well, unless you're John Jones and Corey Anderson, who just need to.
Oh yeah, no. But I mean, they're clout chasers at this time. I mean, I don't even just let the man be.
Right.
I know. Him and Blachowicz had that whole little thing. Honestly, it just ends up being a 1-1 situation to me. Like, I don't care either way. But we're never going to see a tiebreaker anytime soon, so it's kind of irrelevant. I don't want to waste my energy on it if it's just never going to happen.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just annoying. Corey Anderson personally annoys me. I know that you're more on Corey Anderson's side.
No, I'm not on his side. I think it is fair to say that first fight was a non-compete. I mean, he just flatly, squarely beat Blachowicz. It's just, those are facts.
No.
So it's kind of like I don't like somebody talking shit if somebody's got one on you. And I think, you knocked him out, so you're even. So it's kind of like, why are you talking about him? He's getting paid more. So it's just like, that's another thing. I thought Blachowicz was spending too much time being concerned with outside things. Like he was, very nice to Glover, which is one thing, whatever. I loved it personally. I thought, I love Bad Blood as much as the next, but we got that next week. So
yes,
whenever you're having respect, I think it goes unnoticed, and I really, truly enjoyed it. But that being said, though, it was just, you're talking about Corey Anderson, you're talking about, I don't know, just why are you worried about these outside things? It wasn't quite as bad as Dominic Reyes, because he was just talking nonstop John Jones the whole time.
Oh,
he was the fight.
Stop, dude.
But it just kind of, just a little bit of a red flag, not red, just like a yellow, like maybe a burnt orange a little bit. Maybe, focus on Glover. Just focus on killing Glover, and the the mindset that I'm in love with a fighter. Like that's why Li Jingliang, I was really fucking with his energy because it's like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go in. He didn't do shit,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, oh my goodness.
yeah. So moving on from that, we'll talk about the champions first because I'm gonna go off on Khamzat, and I can keep on talking about Glover Teixeira for forever.
Yeah.
Um, Yan goes out there and to most in the MMA community defends his belt of the bantamweight division against Corey Sandhagen, who was coming out. I think I had the first two rounds, Sandhagen, and then from there, after the third round knockdown by Yan, it was kind
Oh,
of
oh, so fresh.
trending. Um, what if you had to bet money? Does he fight Aljo next, or does he fight TJ next?
Um, well, I mean that really depends on if Aljo is gonna take the fight, I guess. I don't want to say that he's like out here ducking Yan,
Yeah,
but like, is he gonna take the fight? Is the neck gonna be quote unquote too much of a problem to compete again? I don't know, man. I mean, either way, I think Yan beats both of them.
that's man. The thought of TJ Dillashaw versus Petr Yan
I think,
has me
yeah,
so fucking hard.
it's a more interesting
Oh
fight, I
my
think.
god. Um, I mean, TJ, have your opinion about him, about whatever, the EPO, whatever, it doesn't matter. He's fucking game. I mean,
Oh
he's
yeah,
just fucking game. And Petr Yan he gets better. He gets so much better the longer the fight gets. It's almost like he's kind of just charging up, and then if you don't get him out by the third round, it's like game over. Like
yeah.
it's
And I don't see TJ taking him out. I don't see him finishing him. I don't see anyone finishing Yan. And I think if
man,
you're not finishing him, what else are you gonna do?
yeah, like maybe you outpoint him, but I mean he just like Piotr Jan in the fifth round looks as fresh and as energetic as somebody that's properly warmed up to go into a fight. Like he looked like he could go another like 2 rounds easily. He was like smiling and chill, like he was playing, and it was so impressive. It's like Aljo is gonna have a tough time. I mean, and that's putting it nicely. I think everybody has a consensus like, nah, he's going to go out there and murder him. So if he chooses Aljo, you're right. Who knows how his neck is actually going to recover? He was talking on Twitter saying, like, hey, what's it called? I'm glad my sons had a good fight.
Yeah,
Can't wait to defend my belt against you. And it's just like, man, you're kind of just walking into this guillotine I,
yeah. He's. I
I
guess.
get it, but now it's just like, oh well, now the fight is gonna happen. So how much egg do you want to see on your face? Because I mean, let's be completely real. Like you're gonna get murked. So barring a substantial change, I just don't know where like what Aljo does. I mean, I honestly I don't know what anybody does. TJ Dillashaw, I'm hopeful for, but let's be real. Jan is fucking insane.
Yeah, it. TJ is also chinny too, and
Hmm.
it's a Jan isn't the best person to be chinny against
Yep.
at all. And
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know, man. I think he would probably TKO TJ, and he's gonna knock out Aljamain Sterling. I think bad.
Man, I have no idea, but whoever he has next, I mean, honestly, Yan and Sandhagen's mindset of I'm just trying to fight the best, he immediately calls for TJ Dillashaw. Um, I'm all here for it because at the end of the day, you are trying to fight the best in the world, right? Like, barring the politics, like that's the name of the game too. It's like, yeah, get paid, but also you're doing it for your pride. So he's just like, nah, feed me the next motherfucker. Next. And I don't know. Jan is going to be a force in bantamweight. At least, I mean, at the very least, you can say that. I don't know about champion. I believe he will be champion for a time being. Um, but dude, he is going against nothing but killers. I mean, he has Aldo now. He has Uriah Faber. Say what you will, Uriah Faber did go into that with a win. Um, I have no fucking idea. Speaking of not having any ideas, all right, we're talking about it. Khamzat Chimaev.
Oh man, I think I have an idea about him.
All right. So first, tell me, what did you think going into this fight, and how did you feel going out of it?
Well, I thought that he was going to win. I wasn't so. It's hard to say that I'm surprised that he did that because that's what he's been doing consistently. He has more fights in the UFC than significant strikes landed on him.
I know.
And it's 4 fights now. And I get the 2 first fights weren't anything special because, the opponents weren't, exactly UFC caliber, you should say, since they're out of the organization now. Like they got cut. The Gerald Meerschaert win is that's aging better. And this win is great, straight up great, undeniable, great win. And I don't know. Let's pull up the rankings and discuss some
rankings.
Discuss like some top 10 matchups here.
Oh no, Li Jingliang was ranked 11 going into this, so he has nothing but top 10. I wouldn't be surprised if they push Jeff Neal down. He's ranked 10.
Yeah, they're going to. Dan said that he's going to be in the top 10 next week.
Oh, 100%. He has Bilal Muhammad, Neil Magny, Jorge Masvidal, Michael Chiesa, Stephen Thompson, Luque at number 4, Leon number 3, 2 Burns, 1 Covington, champion Kamaru Usman. Bro, if I'm Leon Edwards, I'm fighting everybody, everything. I'm fighting I'm doing everything I possibly can to get that next fight. Because if he goes out there and does this again, he's undeniable for a championship. I mean, if he goes out there and does this to Chiesa,
oh, dude, I think he would dispose.
And I think he would.
Yeah, I think he would dispose of Michael Chiesa. Neil Magny too. He's calling for Neil Magny right now. Neil Magny said that if he sees him, he's on site gonna slap him. It's not gonna happen. That won't happen. What will happen is they will get put in that cage together, and I think he will dispose of Neil Magny as well.
I honestly don't know anybody barring the top 4, which would be Usman, Burns, Edwards, and Luque. That would
the Luque fight would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting as fuck. But even then, so those are the top 4. But Stephen Thompson, I don't want to see that. Chiesa, Masvidal, bro. Magny, come on. Muhammad?
Oh my God.
Well, Muhammad needs to be just quiet as possible because he's like, nah, pass me. I want to fight Jeff Neal. I want to fight, I want to fight somebody that's not you. And it's funny because Chiesa, whenever Khamzat was first calling for him, he was like, why would I fight that dude? He's lower in the rankings. And now Michael Chiesa is coming off the loss to Luque, so he kind of has to defend his spot. And he's in a 2-way tie with Jorge Masvidal for number 6 ranking. So, I mean, that's my pick of what would happen next for Borz. But let's be completely honest right now. this is a generational talent. This is Conor McGregor on steroids, and we need to acknowledge as much. I did not think it was going to be this one-sided. I anticipated a fight, and it was a manhandling. Like,
Yeah.
he took Li Jingliang out like he was garbage.
Yeah.
Like,
He picked him up like he was just like a heavier bag of garbage and brought him over to the dumpster, which was Dana White's corner, and disposed of him.
I was just, and I've never felt this way in terms of experiencing a fight with a fighter where my jaw is open the whole time. I'm just shocked. Like, how is this possible? And I mean, he made Lee look like he was from the regional circuit. It was insane.
Like he didn't even belong there. I don't think he landed a single strike on him, did he?
I've been hearing mixed things. So the one that I'm going off of is by Mike Bone from MMA Junkie, and he has a strike differential at, I think, 254 to 2 strikes through 4 outings.
Oh my goodness.
That is insane. And you would think, okay, fine, 2 of those fighters are no longer with the UFC, but Gerald Meerschaert has looked nothing but incredible. And again, Li Jingliang was coming off of knocking out Santiago Ponzinibbio. So, I mean, Lee was legit. So, I just don't know. And I can't wait because this guy is so young that if he gets bored mauling around at 170, I have no doubts that he's gonna go up to 185. He's gonna want to try it out. This guy had COVID so bad that he was coughing up blood.
And he just came back and went out and did that with ease.
Like that's something that I looked at the numbers and I was like, he hasn't fought in like a year. He had COVID really bad. He kind of was struggling on the scale a little bit. It looked weird.
Yeah, he pulled a little DC.
Yeah, he pulled a DC. Well, we don't really gotta discuss that. I think he was on weight, but he definitely was pulling down on the towel.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. He made it. He did make it, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it wasn't an egregious amount if it was. But, bro, I was like, okay, fine. Those little things. But then he came back and just did that. Like, out the gate, goes up to him, picks him up, puts him up in front of Dana White as he's yelling. Per Dana White, he's like, I want to fight Brock Lesnar. I want to eat. Give me everybody. I want to murder somebody. I was like, bro, him versus Sean Strickland at middleweight. Oh my God, there's so many fun matchups now because Khamzat is truly. We would not be talking about this guy like this if it wasn't a possibility now, because it is so unheard of. He is outpacing Cain Velasquez in terms of control time to not being in control. I mean, he's top 4 right now. And in all, he is number 1. The strike differential, nobody will ever do this again.
Nah, no one.
It's fucking insane. What do you do with Khamzat?
Get him back in there, hopefully by the end of the year, against someone in the top 10 who's willing to fight him.
Bro.
I don't know who's going to be willing, but
yeah,
please make that happen.
There is one thing. So Khamzat is going to be in a wrestling match with Jack Hermanson.
Yes.
In a couple of weeks or something. I forgot. But check out MMA Medic if you haven't. Follow him. But that's going to be fun as shit. And that's going to be at 185. So Man, if
Yeah,
he
I mean,
goes out there,
I'm trying to see that too. That
I know
I
we
mean,
don't even fuck with wrestling like that.
because
I'm gonna see that.
if he, yeah, I mean, if he goes out there and let's say he disposes of Jack, and it is a grappling match, it's not, a fight, but
Mhm.
still, if he just kind of disposes of him in this grappling fight too, I mean, that just goes to show how much even more of a problem he is if he does that.
Bro. I mean,
Because Jack is a problem on the ground, big problem on the ground
yeah,
for anyone.
and that's where I go into this, and I think, dude, Jack Manson's not gonna be able to do anything. I mean, in a rational mind, you go, oh yeah, well, Jack Manson is very accomplished. He is not gonna, let himself get run over by this dude. I don't know, man. I don't know who I don't know who beats this guy like this, which is crazy. I mean, we're talking about Edwards, Burns, Covington, Whitaker, Vittori, like Paulo Costa. And I mean, it's brazen, and I sound very casual. Like I understand how I sound,
Yeah, no,
but
I know.
dude,
I know. I hear you.
I mean,
I'm not.
dude,
I don't want to get
performance
too
is
ahead of
undeniable
myself.
at this point.
I don't want to get too ahead of myself and get too excited. But I mean,
I think,
he is shaping up to be a big problem for everybody. Just from
yeah,
his style seems to be just a big problem, and it has
yeah,
been 4 out of 4 times. Well, 10 out of 10 times now.
hmm
Because if we're going over his record, his whole record in general, he's beaten some good guys outside the UFC as well. Like I don't know their
yeah.
names exactly, but they have
Mhm.
their records were good.
And
One,
also the way he's done it, from what I've seen,
yeah,
they're all
there's no pattern.
picturesque knockouts.
Yeah, he doesn't have a single decision.
No. Robert, tell us. Also, guys, if you have questions, submit a question. It'll be easier to get to near the end of the show, just because it's kind of scrolling through. Robert, tell us 03, where do you think his stand-up is at? I've seen his stand-up. I mean, we saw it against Gerald Meerschaert. Call that what you will. That was one shot. He had to have had enough power to produce that. And then he's done it before. He's done it
Yeah,
before in other fights that I've seen.
he knocks
So it's,
people cold.
yeah,
One
and
shot, one shot knockouts.
yeah, it's crazy. Maybe, I mean, you can blame it on the regional circuit, but dude, the guy is vicious. Um, I just, I truly don't know. I mean, at the very, very least, at 170, a new daddy is coming home. And if I'm Kamaru Usman, I'm trying to dip out as soon as possible because, I
We're
mean,
over here getting excited.
all I would do is fight Covington, and if he comes off the win in that, then I would fight Edwards, and then because Vicente Luque, I mean, that's a tough fight. And then also Hamzat's coming, man, and I just don't fucking know. Despite Usman being so fucking good, which is I'm the biggest Kamaru Usman stan, bro. I don't know. I have no idea at
it, it
170, dude.
it's hard. It is hard to say at the same time because we haven't seen Hamza go through any type of adversity in the cage, like
Mhm.
none whatsoever. We haven't
Yeah,
seen anyone put it on him yet, and we don't know how he'll
literally,
react to that. We don't know
literally
if
put it on him
yeah,
2 times, 2 times through 4 fights. Like, like this is some cartoon shit. This is some UFC career on easy mode shit. Insane,
yeah. It's like
absolutely boggling.
the opponent's controllers just aren't even on.
Yeah, I mean they're not even connecting. They're not. They're not doing anything.
No, I mean
Um,
he marched him down, took him down immediately wherever he wanted to take him down,
yeah.
and wrapped him up.
Uh huh.
It was over. It was
Oh, dude.
it was a wrap, quick wrap. Same with Islam too. Same deal.
Yeah. All right. I don't fucking know. Tony Student predictions for if Hamza versus Leon had happened when it was first scheduled. Dana, what do you think?
Um,
I mean,
I don't know about that one, man. I don't know.
I don't know about that one, but bro, Hamza is no Nate Diaz, and I don't know.
Yeah, well, and the
I don't
thing
know
with
anymore.
Leon is he has no problem taking his time. Hamza
Yeah.
doesn't. He does not take his time. He's gonna push it on you immediately every
Hmm.
time. And I don't know, man. The pressure might be a little much.
I think so. I don't know, man. Leon's in a tough fucking spot. And now, before I would have been like, all right, guys, let's be real. I mean, if I'm being real, the guy only has two punches landed on him in four UFC fights. Four UFC fights.
Yeah,
Like,
and
these people say
they're
what
not
you
even
will
that
about the
clean
first
either.
two.
They're not like clean hard shots. They're
Yeah.
nothing
Um,
memorable.
yeah. Yeah. Like, what do you say to that? It's just crazy. So, I mean, at this point, I've been having these little barriers of like, okay, one fight, okay, two fights in 10 days, dope, fine. Three fights in 60 days or something, cool, nice. All through different weight classes, dope. And this one was the one that I was like, I mean, if he beats Leach, just beats him, because I thought it was going to be a good fight, he's legit. He goes out there, and I don't think he even breaks a sweat, bro. Like,
Nah.
and I'm supposed to, like, act like I can't consider that. Like, I mean, I'm flabbergasted. And in two fights, I mean, he's fighting for the title next year. After this next win, which it will be a win based on the numbers, like you can't deny that. I mean, if he faces Chasa and he goes out there and murks him in the first round, undeniable for a title shot.
Well,
Leon Edwards be damned, dude. Because I'm
well,
sorry,
I
they're
wouldn't
not that.
I wouldn't agree if he got a title shot from beating Michael Chiesa.
I wouldn't
I
agree
think
either, but
I think he should get a I think he probably should get another fight after that, in the top 5 and then get a title shot, but he definitely most certainly has the Dana White privilege.
oh,
And
dude,
I mean, if Islam's got it, Hamzat's got it, because like he's not even one of Khabib's boys, but
yeah.
he was the star of that
Oh,
event.
oh, 100%.
And Hasbullah was there, and he was still the
Yeah,
star.
like that's the craziest part. Um, I have no fucking idea. I mean, if he finishes Chaser, man, if he goes out there and he's like, you know what, I don't even want to wrestle anymore. I want to show you I can knock out. Like if he
He would
just
knock him
decides to
out.
do that,
I
like he
think he
did
would
with
knock him
Gerald
out.
Mearshart, I mean, like we've seen it before, so it's kind of like you can't really deny it. Um, I don't know. I have no fucking idea, but this is fun as shit.
Yeah,
Um,
I think oh my goodness, I think he would just do horrible things to Michael Chiesa.
oh yeah, no, dude, and Neil Magny and Muhammad, like
Yeah, oh my,
nobody in the top,
yeah,
not in the top five. I go, oh yeah, he's gonna have a tough time. I only think that, I mean, I'm raising my bar a little bit, and I think that he struggles maybe with a top fiver, but only because the top fivers are fucking killers. But I mean, he has
killers.
shown nothing but that. Um, I don't know. It's gonna be fun as shit. Unmatched MMA. What do you do with Volkan Ozdemir now? He just play gatekeeper from now on. Um,
Yeah, that's really what it is from this point on. It's
I mean, can he even be gatekeeper? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
gatekeeper might even be sizing it. I
yeah,
don't know. I
honestly,
don't
like,
want to talk. I don't want to talk bad on Volkan Ozdemir, but
yeah.
is he going to be champion?
Mhm.
Absolutely not.
Full verdict.
Yo, what's
Um,
up?
I don't know, man. If I'm Dana White, he probably has a
Nope.
pretty decent, um, you know, contract. I might have to let him go, honestly. Light heavyweight is starting to look a little bit better now, so you have a little bit more room. But I don't know. Ozdemir, I thought he was gonna look different. I didn't think. literally with the hair plugs that he got, but I don't know. It's it's very weird to see and try to act like he's putting much of uh, a fight with anybody because it looks like he does, but then he just gasses out and looks terrible afterwards. I don't know. I feel bad for Ozdemir, and I feel like I'm kicking him while he's down right now, but also he is not winning, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got to realize by now that he's probably not gonna be champ in the UFC. I
Hmm.
say fight out the contract, go to Bellator, maybe get some more money there, call
Yeah,
it a career.
I don't know. I, I love him though, but I don't know. It's tough seeing him. I don't know where he is in the rankings. He's got to be top 7, right? So, like heavyweight, Volkanovski, he's number 8. I think Nikita Krylov beats him. I think Walker beats him. I think Craig beats him. I think Span beats him. I think Kroot beats him. Hill, and Kutsalaba. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
just go to Bellator, man. I mean, you'll get more bang for your buck.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go to Bellator.
It's working for Corey Anderson. You might have some success there. Verdict MMA wants to
Verdict
know
is
what's next for Khamzat.
yeah.
Tell him
It's got to be.
whatever daddy wants.
Yeah,
Whatever daddy wants, bro.
him and Neil Magny have been going at it already. Let's just make that happen quick.
Let's make that happen next fight. Let's make that happen next week.
Yeah,
Why is
seriously.
he not on the? Why haven't we not like put him on next pay per view and then pay per view after next? Like he's on pace to do that. Like
Yeah, just
it's undeniable. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about Khamzat Chimaev besides that Borz is going to eat now, and I'm fully on board on the train because I can't argue against it. I mean, I've been doing that the whole time, and now I just can't. Um, all right, so we are going to talk about that fucking ref, bro. What the fuck? Um, the ref between Zaleski versus Saint Denis. Saint Denis with a chin of fucking granite. Oh my god.
see.
Um,
I did not see that fight because I was asleep at that time. I think I came in right after that one, but I did see all the hoopla about how
yeah.
horrible the ref was. I
So
don't. I can't form an opinion on it because I didn't see it for myself.
um, I'll give you my version of what I saw. Okay. So the fight starts between Zaleski versus Santini, and the ref just does the ultimate beta move. I caught it from the get go. I tweeted about it. He like does like a little flamboyant like "Let's go," like "Hiya," and I was like, "This dude reeks of beta energy." And lo and behold, like the fight could have ended in the first round. The fight should have been ended by the halfway through the second round. And then at the third round, everybody's like, what the actual fuck? And the whole time I'm like, Saint Denis, this was his debut. And he took damage of like Calvin Cater versus Max Holloway. Like it was so fucking bad. Um, I just the ref's name is Vyacheslav Kiselev. He was supposed to ref the fight between Volkan Ozdemir and why am I forgetting his name?
Magomed Ankalaev.
Yeah, he was supposed to ref that. So he actually got pulled from that fight. So the UFC was like, no, you cannot ref. I mean, it was like so blatant. And I'm forgetting who to give credit to on Twitter. They looked back through all the Russian promotion, like the regional promotion in Russia, and they found this dude. And this guy is such a douche. Um, like the ultimate cringe fest. Like just like you know how it zooms in on the ref at the very when the fight starts?
Yeah.
He's just like winking
Like,
like
is he like a neck bearded fedora wearing guy? Is that like where you're
maybe
going with it?
maybe I have no idea. Um
But and was the
yeah.
so you said the beating was like comparable to
Oh,
like the Max Holloway
it,
Calvin Kattar? Was it, equal to
it's
that? Was it worse?
see the thing with Cater is that fight I could see how you can keep it going. Um I mean, I don't agree with it, but I can see how you could let it go. This fight had no reason going into that second round. I mean, what everybody was saying is like that's kind of the definition of a 10-7 round. Like it was such a shit show. He took a point for an eye poke, completely out of nowhere, to the point where we're like, oh, so you're gonna take an eye poke, but you're not gonna stop the fight. The guy complained about it and no doctor was brought in. And it's like, this is completely dangerous. Like, this is just dangerous. This is how somebody dies in an octagon. Like, what are we doing? It was just flabbergasting. Um,
It's starting to make me think a little bit about like Herb Dean now, though, because Herb Dean has been slipping quite a bit in that regard. I
I mean,
mean,
this guy makes Herb Dean look like Einstein. I mean, I disagree with some of the calls that Herb Dean has had lately, but I
like
mean,
the
if
the
it's
Brian
this dude,
Ortega shit.
yeah,
Brian
no,
Ortega
that was
shit was like
yeah, at
that was
minimum.
questionable.
Yeah, dude, this was bad. I mean, it's one of the worst refing things I've seen in a long, long time. Um, I don't know. That was a fucking joke. Yes, I like chicken tenders. Tony Student said, "What about the corner?" You're 100% right. Everybody's at fault here. I think the athletic commission that was in charge of getting this dude, how does somebody that incompetent end up in the ring? I mean, like at this point, like anybody in our community could have done a better job. Like, and that's including all the fucking shitheads. So I don't know. It was a fucking joke. The corner though, they should have called it. I mean, your guy has no chance of winning. I get the fighter spirit dying on your shield, but that's also fucking dumb. This is
Very,
his first
very
fight in the
stupid.
UFC. Ah,
It's very ego driven macho man shit that gets people into more danger. It's not worth it.
yeah, it's just not. Like, live to fight another day. Your guy's not gonna win. He's already like severely hurt, so that's more time he's not gonna be able to fight because he has to recover. I mean, there was just no reason why to keep him in there. I mean, even his opponent told the ref at one point, when, like, there was a time where they all kind of acknowledged that there was a foul. I forgot what it was, but he just didn't do anything. So the fighters were just kind of looking at the ref to kind of like, okay, are we gonna stop this? You gotta give a point. You gotta give a warning, and the guy's just kind of like just standing there. It was the weirdest fucking thing. And my thing is like he got into a octagon. Like a complete I don't even know. It's crazy that he has ref so many fights in the like Russian regional scene. Enough to get a pay-per-view spot. Like
The
I don't know.
UFC, the UFC is at fault for this bullshit too. I mean, they hired the guy, or did they? I don't know. Do they hire? I don't know how that shit works.
They
I could
don't
be
I
wrong.
don't think they do. I think they like okay it, but the commission is like, hey, this guy's good. Like I
But
think
then
they see
again,
it kind of like a
the UFC like pulled him from reffing
oh
later
yeah,
on in the
no,
fight. So that
credit to the UFC, because it was, dude, if Volkan Ozdemir versus Tybura, like if it went the wrong way, those are fucking light heavyweights, man. I don't know. That shit was dangerous. I'm glad the guy is no longer going to be officiating anything in terms of UFC. I feel bad for anybody that does end up getting officiated by that dude because you might fucking die.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane, man. I was like, everybody else is seeing this, right? Like, we might see somebody die today. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I,
I mean, it
it was.
did look to be pretty across the board. The only person I saw that had anything different to say about it was MMA Guru.
I understand, bro. Trust me. I love blood and violence as much as the next person, but you gotta you gotta look at long term effects, man. And that dude was not defending himself. I mean, if you're talking about everybody kind of agreeing on a 10-7, should a 10-7 round exist? I
Uh,
understand. I get the argument, but bro, this is a life that's gonna change. Truly. Like, I just don't see how you come back from that not changed a little bit because it was
what
so
was
one-sided and so fucked.
what was the guy's corner saying? Were they like saying like breathe, you're doing great out there, like was it some bullshit or what were they saying?
I don't know what exactly. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they were like kind of do better almost. Like, you're kind of walking into it, blah blah blah. But honestly, I was just like, why is and all credit to Saint Denis, man, tough as shit, but way too tough for his own good. And
Yeah.
this might have cost him. It might have cost him years, bro. Man, his UFC debut. That's what I mean. Like, you think this should have been allowed in a UFC debut? No, no, it shouldn't. So that's where I don't fuck with any argument like, we're being soft, blah blah blah. This is a blood sport. This is cage fighting. Yeah, but also there's a level of it being retarded, man. This is not Hasbullah versus that other kid. This is professional fucking mixed martial arts fighting. So,
Speaking of that, do you think that's gonna happen?
the Hasbullah fight,
Yeah.
bro. I hope so. I'm streaming that shit so hard.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to. Of course, we're gonna watch it. I
Oh,
mean,
100%. I'm gonna be breaking it down the next day. I need to see. The hype is real, dude.
it's
Um,
so we just live in such a weird fucking time where this shit is plausible. Like this, it's
Speaking,
not even a joke at this point. It's a reality.
no, we're in the simulation, bro. We're not. This isn't real.
No.
Uh, Speaking of Hezbollah, good little tangent. Islam Makhachev goes out there and is, I mean, another performance where it's kind of undeniable. He disposes of Hooker so quick via Kimura. Sorry, little high. Sorry. Um, Islam, I mean, shit. It was one of those kind of Hamzat, like, I don't think he's too good to be true. I think he's legit. It's just, it's hard to believe that he's that legit. It fucks with your reality a little bit that somebody's so dominant. But now, I mean, he gets one more fight, which I think I know who he's going to fight or who he should. But
Dariush, please, Benil Dariush, for the love of God, for the love of all that is holy,
do
Islam
you think?
Makhachev versus Benil Dariush.
Yes, 100% agree. Does Islam end up being champion by the end of next year?
Probably. I'm the only concern I have for Islam is his chin. That's it. That's the only concern I have. I mean, if he's not getting hit clean by
Yep.
the powerhouses that are Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier too. I mean, I think he would. I think he would probably dispose of Conor McGregor.
Yeah, bro.
Those are the three most concerning matchups for me. But I'm also not that concerned. I think he does avoid the big shots, and I think he kind of takes them down and does his thing. I think he probably will be champ.
Honestly, yeah, it's one of those performances. I mean, credit to Dan Hooker for taking the fight. I think across the board, again, the MMA community agrees he's a fucking savage. He tweets out yesterday after his loss, Woody Harrelson wiping the tears with Cash.
Yeah.
Hey, good for him, man. At least he got fucking paid,
I
and
mean, dude, he got
really hurt.
he got a pretty easy night. I mean,
Yeah, he showed up. He was only in there with Islam for like 6 minutes, I think, or something like that, and he didn't get anything broken. He wasn't really smashed like that, so he fights to live another day. Gets paid a lot of money in Abu Dhabi, and I mean, it's a win-win for him because now we're all talking about how fucking cool he is that he took this fight. Everybody had kind of written him off in terms of chances. The bookies thought that. Everybody kind of was like, nah, Islam's got to do his thing. But yeah, I don't know. Islam, again, it's one of those like daddy's home. And I just don't know, man. It's hard to say that Islam doesn't do this to Oliveira because I just don't know. But the Neil Dariush first, that is the only move. Because nobody else is. I don't want to see him against Tony. Why would we do that?
And I think Makhachev versus Dariush is the title eliminator fight. I don't think. I mean, you can say what you want about Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler. That's my most anticipated fight I think ever. But Makhachev versus Dariush, I think, is more of an elimination bout because they're both coming off of like really impressive win streaks. Dariush is number 3. Makhachev is. They'll probably even move him up to number 4, even though I mean he didn't beat someone who was above him. They'll still probably move him up.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I think it's more of an elimination bout than Gaethje and Chandler, who are both coming off of losses. They just got finished. And
that's the thing. Like the way Justin Gaethje feels about the whole situation, like I understand why he feels slighted because he was the interim champ, so he should have gotten the first crack at the belt. But bro, you're coming off of a loss. You kind of have to win. So, and I do think if you lose the belt or if you do not get it, you need to earn it. I think it's fair to everybody at least 2 to 3 fights, because then you end up with shit like Kobe getting the next crack at Usman, even though I do think he is the next best welterweight. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it either. It makes it less exciting too, because it's like
it's kind of redundant. It's like I've seen, like I don't need to see a rematch all the fucking time. I want to build other motherfuckers up. That's your job. You're the promotion. Do the job.
I mean, the thing with welterweight though is like Usman has pretty much beat everybody.
Yeah,
pretty much. There are a few ones that he hasn't seen, like Khamzat, of course. I'm sure we will see that at some point, but he's beat them. Luque,
dude,
is like the only one in the top 5 that he hasn't fought, right?
Who? Sorry,
Luque. That's the one. That's the only one in the top 5 he hasn't fought, right? I'm talking about Usman.
Yep. Did he fight Thompson? No.
Is Thompson still top 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think he was, but he is.
Okay.
So Luque, Thompson, I think he dispatches Thompson. I mean, Burns was kind of the litmus test for Thompson. For the longest time, I was like, Thompson's going to be the hardest fight for Usman, but not after Burns.
No.
I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea about anything anymore. My reality's been chicken to the core. Everything is possible. We need to get Tabitha Ritchie with Kelvin Gastelum. They need to have babies. They need to fucking get this thing going. Sims talking about Tabitha Ritchie, Amanda Ribas. She comes back after her first loss to Virna Jandiroba, who comes out to Island Boy and kind of just gets beat. Amanda Ribas looked good. She looked, I'm glad she came out the way she came out. Um, I could have also seen a version of her where she is so defeated by the first loss in her career that she like breaks, a la Darren Till. Um, but no, she looked really fucking good. Um, what else? Think that pretty much covers everything. There was other finishes. So Andre Petrovsky gets the third latest finish in middleweight history, I think. Yeah, why not? Lerone Murphy remains undefeated and also remains undefeated in Abu Dhabi. He's like 4-0 for whatever reason in Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
After his KO of Amir Khani, bro, just
Dude,
lights out.
I did see that. That was crazy.
Whew, he was, and it was such a savage thing to see because he was still out while they were announcing Murphy as the winner.
Oh my
So,
God.
like, they like cut to break. Americani was still out. Yeah, Lerone Murphy is a fucking problem at featherweight, and I'm really excited to see. I mean, you have to give him a top 15 guy after what he did on Americani, man. Um, there was the Olajaychik uppercut finish,
Oh yeah,
and
I saw that one too.
that was pretty good. I thought it was kind of one-sided, and then it just turned. The uppercut finish was dope. But yeah, that's all I got. There was PFL. Kayla Harrison,
Yeah,
fucking
man,
agent as fuck.
doing her thing.
Um,
That's what she does.
yeah, I don't know what she does. Hopefully she goes to Bellator, kind of evens herself out. Plus she has to show that she can actually make 145 if she's ever going to fight Amanda Nunes anyway. So, yeah, go ahead and collect another belt because if you go straight to the UFC, you're not going to want to go from the UFC to Bellator. It's just going to look bad.
Yeah, that is
Despite
true. If she went in
however you feel about
Bellator,
it.
if she or had, fought out a contract there, didn't lose there, became champ, and then goes to the UFC, I mean, she's gonna have a whole lot more backing her name right now.
Yeah. Um, in other PFL-related news, Ray Cooper the third makes a comeback victory, and this is his third straight appearance in the championship for PFL, two straight title wins, and I think this is his final fight of the PFL contract as well. So another amazing free agent. Clarissa Shields loses her second MMA fight. She is 1-1. Loses via split decision. I didn't see the fight. She's coming out with the right attitude, though. She's like, hey, this is a learning experience, and all I know is that I got to do better with the wrestling. So, hey, good on her. I'm excited to see what's next. She is going to be entering the tournament next year, so it's put up or shut up now. Brian Capoloza had one of the saddest stories of the week. So he won the heavyweight belt for PFL. He finds out that his father passed away the previous Sunday and that the family and the trainers had kind of held that back from him.
Yeah.
So he wins the belt and then immediately finds out that his father passed.
Yeah. That's man, that's bittersweet.
Bro.
That's a rough one.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Whenever I was younger, my mother passed away, and I would have preferred to know so I could like at least be with her at some point in time, like if I'm capable of it. He had passed away on Sunday, so he had plenty of time to like go see his father and then fight. But you like miss those moments. I don't know. I mean, he's a millionaire, but I think those are kind of moments that you kind of think about when you're older, despite money or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
I
tough.
really,
But
I don't know.
congratulations for him winning. I mean, he's a millionaire.
It would have sucked if he lost, and then
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it would have just been
do the ends
completely
justify the
bitter.
means? Like, if he would have lost, then he would have it would have been the worst day of his fucking life.
The worst day
So
of fucking
that,
life. They rolled the dice on that one.
I know, like they were very confident, bro. Like if that's me, I'm chilling the fuck out and trying to like. I would have told him immediately, like, hey, your father passed away. Go see him, be with your family,
How did he?
and then fight for him. But
So like,
oh, sorry, it's disconnecting.
okay, my bad, my bad. You hear me?
You're back. I can hear you.
All right. So like his whole team and his family must have been all in cahoots to not let the information get to him in any way.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
That's just like a lot of confidence and a lot of,
That's
I
just
don't
so
know.
much.
It's
That's
weird,
just
man.
yeah. It's just too much, man. Like it's not that serious, bro. I don't think it is. Like I get it, I understand, but that hey, Vin Diesel, that's family, bro.
Yeah,
That's family.
look, it's good that he won. You know that's
Yeah, I mean that's a good consolation gift for
yeah.
your father passing away, I guess.
I wonder how he feels about it. I would like to.
Yeah, that'd be
Has,
dope.
has he said anything about it, or he just kind of said that it happened?
Not from what I've seen. Um, all I've seen is just that kind of headline. And I've read into it a little bit. Just kind of tragic.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is a
I
rough
don't know.
one. I'm
I
happy
have
that he
no
won though.
fucking idea.
Good for him on getting the belt. Uh,
Yeah,
you know, I hope he's cool with how his team and his family handled it. I'm sure it'll be water under the bridge. You know, I don't think he's gonna like hold it against them if he was upset. You know.
yeah. Um, yeah. Good on getting the belt. I'm happy that you at least won. Um,
Sounds a little weird to say it, but you know, it's just
I mean, yeah, it's
I don't
kind
really
of
know what
like,
else to say about it.
sorry for your loss, bro. How do you
Yeah.
tell that to somebody? Like, I
Now
just
you're saying it's like you're saying sorry for
like
your loss.
he took it that way. Imagine if he was like, I would have wanted to see my father.
Yeah, like look,
Like,
sorry for your loss, but congratulations on your belt and your money.
yeah,
Weird to say that in the same sentence.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just gives me the off feeling a little bit. Um, but yeah, that's all I have for the MMA chat. But Dana Krabs, what do you want to talk about?
Shit. You want to go over this? You want to go over our picks for the main card next weekend?
I'm down. I got a little bit of time, but you tell me your picks. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, let's pull it up. Go ahead and pull it up on my end as well.
So the start time is going to be regular for this one. This is the first card that's going to be at a 10 o'clock main event in, I think, the last month.
Wow, really?
So yeah, I think so. Everything else has been early. Like, I think the latest card that was on was started at 7 o'clock on the East Coast. I think that was the um, Dern versus, why am I forgetting her name?
You said, I'm sorry.
Marina
I'm sorry.
Rodriguez. Dern versus Rodriguez. That was the one that was the latest one that I recall, and that one started at 7 p.m. on the East Coast. So
What about 266? That wasn't regular time?
that wasn't in October. Yeah, that was the month of. All I'm talking about just the cards in October. I think that one might have been regular
Okay.
time. What was that fight? I don't even remember what fight that was.
That was Volkanovski versus Ortega.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, that was regular time. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty.
All
This
right. So UFC 268.
oh my
I
god.
can't wait.
Oh, this main card. Oh my god. It's
All
like
right. Let's start with the early prelims. You got anybody that you are looking out for?
um not really. I mean, Ian Gary, that's like the next big Ireland guy, right? Like the next big
Yeah.
Irish guy who's popping onto the UFC scene. He's also he was also Cage Warriors champion, right?
I honestly don't know. I know that he is a big deal, so that's the one that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Jordan Williams leaves me a little wanton, so I'm thinking this is kind of like a showcase for Ian Gary, but I have
Yeah.
no knowledge of Ian Gary whatsoever to even speak on him like that.
Yeah, I see he's
Um,
7-0, and I hear a lot of people say that he's a big problem. So we'll see what happens. I might take
yeah,
their word for it. And the prelims, I'm only seeing 3 fights on the prelims
yeah,
here.
I'm only seeing 3 fights on the prelims as well. I think the
Hmm.
main card that they have is long. No, that's right. No, I think Shane Burgos. Are they on the main card?
Yeah, Shane Burgos, Billy Quarantillo,
Oh
main
yeah, that's
card.
right because they lost Irene Aldana versus Holly Holm.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That's I'm
that
fine
one
with
was
that.
gonna be, but I mean, still. So, all right, prelims. Who do you have? Edmund Shambazian versus I don't know who the fuck. Imavov.
Yeah, I
Imavov.
mean,
I
look,
tried.
I see his last name has a couple V's,
Yeah,
so I'll probably go with him.
but Shambazian has a Z in it.
Yeah, that's true, but the V's, and I see 2 V's.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, um, yeah, I'm just gonna my armchair opinion. I'll probably go with him. Complete nonsense of what I'm saying. Don't ever use my pick to place a bet because yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you. I'm not too familiar with Imavov. I've probably
yeah,
seen him fight, but the name to face and fighting stuff, nothing is clicking right now. I'm not
yeah. I
remembering.
feel like I've seen him fight before. If he's a wrestler, though, Shabazian is gonna have a long night.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, the
um,
V's, the V's tell me that
that he
he's a
is.
wrestler.
Yeah. Next, Ala Quinta versus Bobby Green.
I got Bobby Green piecing him up, honestly.
Bobby Green looks fucking. He looks on point, and I've loved nothing but what I've seen. Ala Quinta, I don't know how much time, if he was really ready, how he's
Yeah, dude.
feeling going
Like
into this.
he
But
just
Bobby
came out of
Green
fucking
is,
nowhere.
yeah. Bobby Green just came off the loss against Biziev or whatever, right?
Yeah, he didn't lose any stock in that fight though. He looked really
I,
good in that
I don't
fight.
I don't think he lost anything. Honestly, that fight you could argue that maybe Bobby Green could have come up. I don't know how I feel about that, but he looked good in that fight and he was durable as fuck. And he made a great point. Like he's not getting knocked out. These are all decisions. Like you're gonna have to fight me all 15 minutes. Can you put me out? So he's looking like a mad dog, and I love it. I'm here for the energy. I guess for the feature prelim,
Mm.
Alex Pereira
Mm-hmm.
against Andreas Micheladas. Alex Pereira, for those who don't know, is the guy who last beat Israel Adesanya, I think, period. I don't
Well, no,
know,
well,
but
no,
definitely
because
knocked him the fuck out.
Jan beat Adesanya, but he knocked him
Yeah.
out. He knocked him out cold,
No, he knocked him
beautifully,
out cold.
beautifully.
Stiff. Starched.
Yeah, and I think Alex is actually isn't he like kind of older? Let me
I, um, he is 34. Holy
30.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's a little older. He's only 2-1 in MMA, just
But
making his UFC debut.
I
But
remember his last fight.
Glover just won the belt though, so I'm not gonna like
Yeah,
start worrying
I'm not
about
even
age
tripping anymore.
anymore. I'm
Yep.
completely done looking at age as a concern for
A
picking
factor.
fights. It's done. So
Um, I remember his last fight. He knocked out the dude so bad that the guy was unconscious. Like they were trying to get him back up for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something.
dead weight.
So I'm looking very forward to that. I got Pereira by knockout, and hopefully he makes a Chimaev kind of move through the middleweight rankings. Um, because Chimaev might come up there and just fuck around too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Oh
would be dope
man.
if Izzy actually have some competition in terms of, you know, firepower. Because Alex Pereira's knockouts are vicious. I mean, he did it to Izzy, so
Yeah.
guy's a
He
little
knocked
bit
him
different.
out. He knocked him out really bad.
I think he knocked him out really bad and also beat him previous to that. And I think it was like a decision that he won. So
Yeah,
he's
everyone.
beaten Izzy, I think, twice.
Yeah, I haven't seen the first fight. A lot
Mm,
of people say that it was like a straight up robbery. I can't
mm.
really form an opinion. I haven't seen it, but
I can't form an opinion either. All I saw was that it was a decision, and all the judges gave it to Pereira. And then the next one, I mean, it's undeniable. Izzy was a fucking floorboard. He was planking for a minute. So, I don't know. Pereira is a scary dude, and it's going to be dope to see somebody who's a prospect that has a win over a champion like that. Especially because Izzy is so, you know, dominant. Alex versus Chimaev. Alex who?
wait, Alex versus Chimaev. What's going on?
Yeah, Tony's student. Alex versus Chimaev prediction.
Oh, yeah. So like, if Alex Pereira and Khamzat
Oh,
Chimaev were to fight,
I
well,
mean, I gotta
Alex
side
is
with Khamzat because I
yeah,
don't know Pereira as much. All I've seen are the devastating knockouts.
and he
But
has been. I think he got submitted in his first fight, so
yeah, so
that's a
easy
red
Smith.
flag. I know
Yeah,
more.
easy.
Like, there's more proof. There's
Yeah,
more like cold hard proof that Khamzat
is
should win.
fucking madman. Yeah, I
But
got I
but
got Chimaev. Mm,
it's hard to predict because Alex, when you have that type of power,
yeah,
you can just the skills sometimes just don't matter.
yeah. No, you're
Like,
right.
so it is a tougher one to call because of how powerful he is. But if I had to put my money on it, I would say it's Chimaev.
Mm, same. Uh, all right. I got a little bit more time. Let's go through the pay-per-view real quick. Frankie
All
Edgar
right.
versus Marlon Vera. Who? How?
I got Marlon Vera, I think.
How?
Mm. I mean, I think he pieces him up on the feet. I think the grappling will be competitive. Um, I don't, I don't know. Frankie's chin is just, I feel like it's
Yeah.
just disintegrating more and more. And,
Yeah.
he sometimes doesn't get knocked out. Other times he gets knocked out cold.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll say Marlon Vera third round TKO. I think that's a fair prediction.
Yeah. I got Vera by KO in the second. Um, yeah. Frankie Edgar, after getting knocked out by Brian Ortega, just hasn't quite been the same.
Yeah,
Um,
he's been hit or miss. I think he's only beaten like Cub Swanson since then, and won a questionable decision against Pedro Munoz, and I think that's it.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I got Vera for an easy win, unfortunately. Shane Burgos versus Billy Quarantillo.
I got Billy, man. Billy is
Yeah,
good.
Billy Q. I can't not pick Billy Q.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. We all love Shane Burgos, but I
Yeah.
think there's a skill gap though.
Yeah, Billy Q is special. Like it. Um,
Like, he's
they both
really
have
good.
a pretty relatively, even record. Shane Burgos 13-3 coming off the loss to Barboza in that weird kind of delayed loss. And then Billy Quarantillo, who did he last fight? But he's
Um,
16-3.
Shit, I
Um,
forgot who we last fought.
I forgot who he last fought, but I know it was a fucking killer too.
Yeah,
And he went out there and did work, from what I recall.
yeah, yeah. It was a good fight, but he was clearly better.
Yeah.
That I do
Um,
remember.
while I looked that up, all right. So after that, we have
We got the
fucking
big one here.
Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. Who and
Oh
how?
my fucking goodness. Oh my goodness. So I'm getting one of those weird feelings. I think Justin Gaethje's more skilled. I think he should win. On paper, I think like he should be the winner.
Yeah.
I think he's a better striker. The
Mhm.
power is pretty much even. I mean, they both hit like absolute trucks. Like, leg kicks are a huge weakness to Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler is also chinny, and he's a good wrestler. I don't know if he'll get Justin down if he attempts, but he's very good at wrestling, and he's really way better than, like, if he gets on top of Justin at one point and is controlling him, like, I'm horrified for what could happen to Justin
Yeah.
because the skill gap on the ground is huge. I think Justin should win, though. I think he can keep this on the feet and pick him apart, chop his legs up, dust his chin up. But he's been talking so much, Justin Gaethje. Like, he's been talking
Yeah.
a lot.
He had.
And it's given me one of those feelings that he's kind of sleeping on Chandler, looking past him.
Yeah.
Just a feeling, though. It's just a feeling. Like,
That is true.
I'm still picking Justin Gaethje, but I just have one of those feelings that it's going to be an upset.
Yeah, he's kind of overlooking him, I think, too. You're right. It's a bit of that, like, spidey sense, like,
Talking
focus
about
focus
everything
on
else
him, dude.
except
Like, look
fight.
what he did to Hooker and try to avoid that, because who knows? And then, so, all right, after that, you have Rose Namajunas and then Kamaru Usman. Those are 3 back-to-back-to-back fights for Trevor Whitman. So, all right, I got Gaethje too. Who do you have? Rose Namajunas, Weili Zhang, and do you think if there's a previous loss to any of these fighters, it might affect the next fight?
Well, if Weili wins, they're probably going to do a trilogy and clog up the division some more.
Mm-hmm.
Carla's going to be stuck with her thumb up her ass for a little longer, and yeah, it's just going to get clogged up. I think Trevor Whitman is going to reign supreme next weekend, and
Same.
yeah, I'm just going to go all Trevor Whitman's pupils here. That's my prediction for the last 3 fights. I think.
Same. I mean,
think
it's really, I do think, very clear cut. Trevor Whitman, coach of the year, man. If he runs the table this next weekend, I mean, it's
coach of
kind
the
of
year,
undeniable.
coach of the
Yeah,
year, easy,
easy. I
not even
mean,
close.
yeah, I do anticipate Justin Gaethje winning. I think Rose has Weili Zhang's number. I wish they wouldn't have made this fight so soon.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that was kind of a questionable move.
yeah, and Kamaru Usman, I think Kobe was winning the rounds leading up to the finish, but I think he's only gotten so much better that
There's more evidence to pick
there's
Usman.
just more. Yeah, you're right. There's just more film on it that there's just so much more improvement versus Kobe Covington, whose only win is against, all due respect, a guy that's no longer in the UFC.
Yeah,
So,
well,
yeah,
not only
UFC
not only
champion, but
not only that, he just lost. I get it's boxing, but
I know, yeah.
he just
So,
lost to Jake Paul. So
uh-huh.
that win is only aging more horribly as the time passes.
Yep. So, I mean, that's the guy that's going to be fighting for, one of the more prestigious belts in the UFC. I think Kamaru Usman gets it done. I want to say that it's not going to be easy as much as I am a fangirl for him, but it's kind of hard to, argue against it. Um, But bro, he needs to fight Covington. He needs to fight one more fight and then dip the fuck out. He needs to get out while the getting's good, while everybody's still calling him GOAT. He needs to go away.
I
Because
mean, look, if he,
Hamza, I fucking have no idea.
yeah, man, I don't know, but if Usman is still around by mid next year, he's probably going to be like Chimaev's probably going to be knocking at his door.
Yeah,
And that isn't, I'm very intrigued. I'm just very intrigued with Khamzat in general. Like
yeah, dude.
I'm all aboard the hype train. I don't give a
Same.
fuck. I'm fully on board.
Yep, same. Anybody that tries to argue, it's like how can you?
It's just salt.
I only picked Lee because it's like I gotta go for the underdog, the same as for Sandhagen. It's like I thought it was more Petr Yan. I did think that one was going to be a lot closer than it actually was. I thought the reach was going to play a little bit more of a factor. But now I can't deny. I cannot. This is a revelation. I am a believer now. I am a fucking conductor on this fucking hype train because holy shit, Khamzat Chimaev is fucking unreal. Petr Yan defends his belt to most of us, and Glover Teixeira becomes the second oldest UFC champion after 20 plus years in the UFC.
It was
UFC
kind of just such an amazing card, and also bittersweet at the same time because I don't think I disliked one person on the whole card. So seeing the winners was great. Seeing the losers sucked. It was just a perfect blend of emotions.
Yeah, no, it truly was. And I'm not fronting, dude. Whenever he won, I was like tearing up so bad. Whenever DC like choked up about to like hand him over the mic, like my heart, I was like, oh my God, bro. I was so fucking happy. For those that don't know Glover Teixeira's story, I suggest you look it up and try to read up on it. That is going to be it for the show. Leading off with that, so I'm going to be putting something on Substack later this week featuring Glover Teixeira. Thank you at Dana Krabs for joining us.
Thank you for having me, man. We can do it again anytime.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, everybody else, everybody who submitted a question, and also everybody who joined the live chat. I'll be putting this up later, and I'll also be putting this up on a podcast if you missed it and are trying to listen to it on the way to work. Yeah, I don't know. I'm fucking so happy. This is dope. This is the best. Glover Teixeira's champ. Yeah, invest in your mental health. And as always, fuck you, John Jones.
Absolutely.
Later, everybody. See ya.
See you, bro.